All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday evening live presentation of Up to Give. My name is Brandon Ivy from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. As a disclaimer, I am not the CEO of the company. I am not a co-owner. I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I'm one of you. I got a phone call a couple of months ago that said, Brandon, we are putting together a business that's right up your field of expertise, dealing with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Only our focus is going to be on education, philanthropy, and charity. And when I saw it for the first time, it sounded great and noble, but I didn't fully understand it because their motto is, let's be different. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing something different. You see, at Up to Give, we have a strong moral, integral, and purpose-driven vision to change lives around the world through our ecosystem. We're standing on 4 pillars. Philanthropy. We are focused on creating a culture of worldwide giving. Education. Reward those who give while teaching them the value behind growing personally. Banking. Bank the unbanked through our giving. Personal causes. Create a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up to Give community. We have built a model where people from around the world can come together, get educated, banked, and skilled on the principles of philanthropy and EQ, emotional intelligence, while creating a culture of global giving. During the education process, we will be teaching members how to utilize one of our tools for giving called the Giving Box. This will allow us to fulfill the purpose of our core principles, as well as help contribute to the stories being shared in our community to engage the social revolution part of our culture. Now, here are some examples of our target areas of focus. Education. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development found that 50% of U.S. adults can't read a book written at an 8th grade level. Lack of formal education results in lower earning power and serious threats to an individual's long-term well-being. Banking. Globally, about 1.7 billion adults remain unbanked without an account at a financial institution or through a mobile money provider. Health. Currently, nearly 1 billion people spend 10% of their household income or more on health expenses for themselves, a sick child, or another family member. In fact, we have some 3.8 billion people who lack access to basic health care. And housing, currently over 850 million people, more than the populations of the US and the European Union combined, are living in informal settlements. What is our ultimate goal? It's simply to empower you and people around the world to contribute toward anyone's cause in our ecosystem. Whether it is to help achieve a goal that helps someone in your family, your church, your country, your community, it doesn't matter how big or small that vision or mission is. We will bring the nations together to help support those causes. And with our model being a model of philanthropy, we are confident that the Up to Give family will be there for you. Up to Give is a global correlation movement. So how does someone get educated in our ecosystem? This is one of the pillars that we're standing on. We partner with a company called Success Training Institute. This institute offers cutting-edge soft skills training in audio and video format on courses like leadership, customer service, professional development, personal development, sales, team building, HR management, management training, and much more. In fact, you can even get certified in additional courses that's going to teach you how to improve your brand and self-discipline, goal setting and time management, self-awareness and empathy. And since we are all practicing social distancing, how about learning social skills mastery? These are soft skills that are not taught in school. In fact, this offers the state-of-the-art soft skills training designed for individuals, companies, and entrepreneurs. Here you can improve your skills in less than 10 minutes per day. A second pillar that we're standing on is the banking industry. And the reason why is because we have 1.7 billion people in the world who are currently unbanked. And if you don't have access to a bank account, you don't have access to wealth generation, the ability to have a checking and savings account, to get a personal or business loan to start a business and pass it down to your family. With Ooh La La, we're going to help you join the future of banking. Be the first to send and receive money for a fraction of the cost, access micro credit offers from your favorite retailers, pay bills with ease, build credit, enjoy online shopping, and take charge of your financial future with our exclusive Ooh La La partnership without the need of having a bank account. Ooh La La is a full-service financial solution designed to empower communities. With Ooh La La, it's going to help you to facilitate and accelerate financial inclusion, build a global credit score, and have access to microcredit offers to help build your credit history. And this is designed to empower the unbanked and underbanked community. Ooh La La's mission is to offer inexpensive financial services to this demographic, help establish a credit score, which will help to enable you to participate in the formal financial economy. And here's a third pillar that we're standing on is personal causes. This is what Up to Give is all about. We want to create a social revolution of stories with people whose needs have been met through the Up to Give community. We currently have 30,000 plus causes and growing. And what is a cause? It could be anything. The cause could be you're trying to help get yourself out of debt. You're trying to help a family member get through school. You're trying to get a business started. Or you might be part of a church organization, and because of social distancing, members can't come to church on Sunday, so the collection plate is a little light. So you want to be able to help out your church, help out nonprofits. It doesn't matter what your cause is. It can be health related because of coronavirus. It's your cause. This one is providing safe shelter to homeless and abused women and children in crisis. Nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. 10 million people per year, 1 in 4 women, and 1 in 7 men. So you'll have a blog like this where you'll be able to share your story, upload a picture, and have a description of what the story is all about. And when somebody comes to this website, they're going to be given 2 options after they read your story. Option number 1, support this cause by contributing to it and joining the community so that they can create a cause of their own. Or option 2, decide to help this cause be part of the story, but not actually join the community, and it will display a Bitcoin wallet that you can send the Bitcoin to for this cause. We even have a page that's called Community Causes. And the Community Causes just highlights all of our members in our ecosystem all around the world. All of their causes are up here so anybody could see. So you may have somebody from a different country that you don't know, they don't know you, you don't know them. They see your touches their heart and they decide to contribute to it. That's the power of Up to Give. So how does someone get started? It's very simple. Step 1, you get back to the person who invited you and you're going to set up an account at the website. You're going to pay a $32 membership fee at Up to Give. This goes towards your Success Training Institute. $32 a month. By the way, that's more than half off of original price. Step number 2, you're going to contribute to personal causes of the community, 0.005 Bitcoin, that's around 50 US dollars. And step 3, you're going to share this with 2 people. That's it. If you can do those 3 steps, you're going to have a lot of success in Up to Give. Here's the sign-up process and experience. Maria is in California and she shares her link with John. The moment John clicks on her link, the first thing he will see is her story. Once John reads her story, at the end of the message, a pop-up saying, "John, would you like to be part of Maria's journey? Click here." Once John has clicked to join, the system will take him to the registration page where he can add his basic information. So here's John's experience. Once John is signed up, he has 14 days free in the Up to Give community. So what does this mean? He has the opportunity to experience our back office and ecosystem. John could take the sample courses we have available on Up to Give Academy portal. John has enough time to decide to become a member or simply contribute to Maria's cause, because you have the option to simply contribute and not join the community. But let's assume that John decides to join Maria's journey. John has before the 14th day midnight to pay a $32 member fee in Bitcoin for the activation of his education program at Up to Give Academy. He's going to have a story page like the one we just showed, a user link that he can share, and the moment he contributes to Up to Give causes during that same period of time, he becomes a ground zero member of the Giving Box. Now, the more people who contribute to each other, the more Up to Give will contribute back as well. And the contributing happens in stages. When you complete stage 3 of the Giving Box, Up to Give is going to give you a debit card so you can start to use to monetize the Bitcoin that you've been given. This is our partnership with Ooh La La. With this step of philanthropy, we will start to help change the banking crisis in the world where so many people lack the opportunity to own a debit card. Also, we will make the service available for purchase if you choose not to wait to receive it for free for a small setup fee. When you complete stage 4, Up to Give will have the option of choosing from 12 different cause-driven programs. And once you've made the choice, you'll have about 45 days with the liaison to help create a story out of that cause, which we will make go viral. Up to Give will also contribute on your behalf for reaching stage 4, a maximum of $1,500 to the cause fulfilling our social revolution part of our 4 pillars. When you complete stage 5, Up to Give is going to reward you with an all-expense-paid trip to a recognition event where top speakers from around the world are going to come to teach about leadership, philanthropy, finance, personal development, and charitable causes. When you complete stage 6, Up to Give is going to require you to give 12.5% back to the community in the ecosystem. Stage 6 in the giving box is the most critical stage due to the amount of contributions given to your cause. We will require you to be walking hand in hand with the Up to Give founding team to ensure that we maximize your giving potential. Now, how does Up to Give strive to be compliant? Well, number one, we don't touch the Bitcoin of anybody. How many times have you seen companies out there that say, give us all your Bitcoin? You can't withdraw it for 8 months, but we're going to trade it on your behalf, and we guarantee you're going to earn 1 to 2% a day on your money. Sounds great, right? It's all fun and good until the owners run off with everybody's Bitcoin before you have a chance to withdraw. People are tired of those scams out there. So Up to Give will not touch your Bitcoin. The giving is peer-to-peer. Think about it. If you've ever driven or rode in an Uber before, that vehicle is not owned by the taxi company. It's owned by somebody else. Have you ever stayed in an Airbnb? That property is not owned by a hotel chain. It's owned by somebody else. See, we're taking advantage of the greatest financial revolution the world has ever seen with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Why? 3 reasons. Number one is decentralized. Bitcoin is not owned by a government, a bank, a business, or a CEO. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be changed. It belongs to the people. Number 2, it is universal in value. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, Bitcoin's value is the same across borders. And number 3, it is permissionless. What does that mean? It means that you don't need a bank, Western Union, or a bank wire to send funds from one individual to another. It happens almost instantly with a small minimum fee, and there's no restrictions, and as easy as sending an email. See, the only thing that Up to Give gets is the $32 that goes towards your Success Training Institute membership. Number 2, Up to Give is a major contributor in collective causes. This is our stage 4. And number 3, Up to Give is a giving model that even for nonprofit identities, such as churches, is presented as a revolution of offerings in the ministry. The more they give each other, the more they receive. So what do you receive for the $32 per month? An entire ecosystem that will allow you to share your story to the world through our uptogive.com blog. Access to our global education community at the Up to Give Academy, powered by Success Training Institute. Access to Bank the Unbanked with our partner, Ooh La La. Access to the Giving Box, which allows you to be part of our community blog, and social revolution stories that are inspired by the members' philanthropical culture and cause-driven movement. And rewards for giving back to the community and their causes, which allows Up to Give to partner with you and create stories of our own when you start reaching stage 4 and above. So how does the contributing work? Let's talk about our other pillar, which is the Giving Box. It is a voluntary tool designed so that you can increase your resources to help more causes and at the same time improve the lives of those who participate. The Giving Box is not Up to Give. Up to Give does not have a compensation plan. The Giving Box is a tool just like Success Training Institute and Ooh La La, and it is optional. So here's step 1. You get started, you write your cause, you pay your $32 to Up to Give, and that goes to your Success Training Institute. This does not put you in the global community line yet. Step 2, you're going to contribute to personal causes of Up to Give community, 0.005 Bitcoin, around $50 US. Once you do that, you then go into ground zero global community line. Now, what does the global community line mean? It means that every single individual that joins the global community line or ground zero goes in one community line one after the other. Now, let's say you share this with one individual. They're going to join Ground Zero after you. Let's say somebody joins from somebody else, and it could be anywhere from around the world. It doesn't matter who shared this with them. They're going to fall after you. And this could be very significant. Right now, we're approaching 10,000 members in Ground Zero. Many of you that just got started maybe a couple of weeks ago have more than 1,000 individuals in your global community line for Ground Zero. Now, what happens at Ground Zero? Once you share with two people who contribute both 0.005 just like you, you're going to receive 0.01 Bitcoin. That's $100 worth of Bitcoin. What does that mean now? That means that you contributed 50 and you got back 100. And it qualifies you now to move up to stage one once you contribute that $100 right back. See, the whole point here is the more you contribute, the more you receive. And after Ground Zero, we have 6 stages. Now, what qualifies you to move through the stages? Well, number one, you've got to have at least 2 people that you shared with on Ground Zero. When you get to stage 1, to maximize stage 1, you must have a total of 40 people in the stage 1 community line after you. And it goes the same for every single stage. Your growth is not dependent on your personal efforts. It's dependent on the global community line that gets started and goes through the stages after you, plus your own personal effort. So you got 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, and 1,024 for all 6 stages. Now let's talk about contributing and receiving. Now we're going to assume that Bitcoin is worth $10,000 per coin. Right now it's about 6,700. But I need this for some of you that are brand new to Bitcoin. You don't understand the conversions just yet, and that's okay. So you were on Ground Zero. You contributed $50 worth of Bitcoin. You shared it with 2 people. You received $100. That's 0.01 Bitcoin. You're going to contribute that 0.01 back, and that moves you to stage 1. Stage 1, you're qualified now to receive $200 from Bitcoin, 0.02. Once you have 40 individuals in the global community line after you, you're then going to contribute half of that back, 0.01, $100, and you're going to move to stage 2. So you keep 100, you contributed 100. Stage 2, you're qualified to receive up to 0.04 Bitcoin, $400 worth of Bitcoin. What happens next? Once your stage 2 global community line reaches 80 individuals, you're going to be able to contribute half of that $400 back to the community, and you keep 200, you move up to stage 3. Now start to notice a pattern here. The more you contribute, the more you receive. So Ground Zero, you contributed 50 to get to Ground Zero, then 100 to get to stage 1, contributed another 100 to get to stage 2, you contributed 200 to get to stage 3, and at stage 3, you're qualified to receive up to $1,600 worth of Bitcoin, 0.16. You're going to contribute 0.05 back once you have 160 individuals in the global community line after you. So you're contributing 0.05, $500. That means you keep 1,100. So let's stop right there for 1 second. What did you do? You just shared with 2 people. That's it. You moved into stage 1. The global community line pushed you all the way through stage 3. You now have a total of $1,400 in Bitcoin that you're receiving to your personal cause every 60 days. Why 60 days? Because the system resets itself every 60 days, and you're going to go back to Ground Zero to do the contributions all over again. Does that mean you're starting over? No. You still have the same network. Your time stamped in. It just means you're going to receive those same contributions all over again. Think of that as residual income. Now, you move up to stage 4. Stage 4. You're qualified to receive up to 0.8 Bitcoin, $8,000. at $10,000 a coin. When you have 320 members in your global community line after you, you contribute 0.25 back to the community, $2,500. You keep $5,500. So you add up all 4 stages. That's a total of $6,900 worth of Bitcoin, 0.69. But that's after all contributions have been made. Do you realize that's more than $3,400 a month? What did you have to do again? All you did was share it with 2 people on ground zero. Contributed the $100 to go to stage 1. And the global community line did the rest. Do you realize how fast this can happen? The company has put in more than 1,000 people in the less than 48 hours. The last 48 hours. Today's the 15th. This is when our normal reset will take place. You're positioned early. You fly through this. What could you do with an extra $3,400 on a monthly basis towards your cause? See, I know the numbers. In the United States, the average American family of 4 earns $33,000 a year or less. This right here is more than $40,000 a year, just at this stage. This is a full-time income for most people. The average American doesn't even have $1,000 in their savings account, so this could help, especially in this era for the coronavirus. But it doesn't stop there. Now, a new qualification needs to be met to move to stage 5. You must help 2 people. One person that gets all contributions on stage 3 and another that contributes to stage 4. You're now qualified to be in stage 5. Stage 5, the numbers just jump up big time. Now we're talking about receiving up to 8 Bitcoin. 8 Bitcoin. You're going to contribute 1 whole Bitcoin back, and once you have 640 members that also reach stage 5, you keep $70,000 of it, and you're going to move on up to stage 6. Stage 6, you're qualified to receive up to 64 Bitcoin, but that's not what's impressive to me. What's impressive to me is that these same individuals are contributing around $50,000 a month, 12.5% back to the community and the ecosystem. Don't tell me how much money you've had coming to you. Who are you helping? How many charities and philanthropies and community causes are you helping and support out there? I love the way Leon put it. He said, we're not signing people up. We're enrolling new philanthropers, because that's what we're creating you to be, a philanthroper. I hope I said that right, philanthroper, yeah. So anyways, in summary, you pay, contribute, share, and receive. Step 1, you're going to pay $32 to Up to Give to your Success Training Institute and Ooh La La. Step 2, you're going to contribute to personal causes of the community, 0.005 Bitcoin. And step 3, you're going to share with 2 people, rinse and repeat. If you can do this, you're going to change lives. And that is the presentation, ladies and gentlemen. What you want to do is get back to the person who invited you, and you have 2 choices to make. Number 1, you're ready to sign up. You're in. This is about to explode. We have not gone viral yet, and it is about to. You want to make sure you get to stage 1 before the masses come running through. Or your number 2 person says, you know what, Brandon, it's not really for me. I sort of understand, but that's okay. It's not for everybody. We thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here, but at least do the person who invited you a favor and contribute to their cause. Ask to see their cause and contribute to their cause. Help them out. And then I need you to find something else. Find a plan B on top of whatever it is you're currently doing right now. Because we're now living in a new world. The world, like 9/11, will never be the same after this coronavirus sweeps through. 97% of Americans are now told to stay home. And if you're home, you can't go to work, which means you're not getting a paycheck, except for the essential services. So if you're lucky enough to have an essential job where you can still go to work to get a paycheck, you're also putting your family and your health at risk. And God bless all of our first responders, the ambulance, nurses, doctors, fire department, paramedics, police officers, but also those that you don't think about all the time. How about the postal workers, truck drivers that's delivering the groceries to your stores in your cities? How about grocery store workers and the clerks? They have to risk their health just to go to work to get a paycheck. How about we have another option? There's a third option. Work from home. Replace your income by working from home. And if not this, please find something else. Now, as a disclaimer, this is a brand new opportunity with minimum data. No income claims are allowed, and your success depends on you. So I'm going to end by playing a video. This is a word from our CEO, Mr. Jerry Lopez. And we thank you guys for taking time out to hear. We will be back tomorrow. I'm doing 2 presentations. One at 12 p.m. Eastern, that's our international presentation. And again at 9 p.m. Eastern. All you have to do is invite. You invite 10 people, you will have 2 that will join. Let us do all the work for you. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. I look forward to working with all of you. My name is Brandon Ivy. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Here's the video.
But there's something interesting that happened to me the other day. My 6-year-old son, he asked me, Daddy, what are you doing enough to give? And I told him, son, I'm just building a community of philanthropy. And I just want to help change the world, one person at a time. And I want to be able to give back and change a lot of people's lives. He's like, so can I be a philanthropist too? When you hear that from your 6-year-old and he sees that type of inspiration, it brought me to a quote that I made, that I want you guys, every time that you guys are feeling down, I want you guys to go back to this. Because it was inspired to me by a 6-year-old that wants to be a philanthropist like his dad, because the energy that I projected to him as a father and as an entrepreneur has made him feel that way. And this is a quote. Let this amazing community of philanthropists demonstrate that we are one. We are linear. No matter who we are or where we come from, we want to be different and be noble. Whenever you're tired of running, whenever you're tired of people giving you negative things, just go back to this quote. This is who we are. This is up to give.